Hello to everyone. Today is Halloween in the United States, October 2025, on the 31st. Back out at the lake doing counseling sessions. And today we shared some, crunch snacks. Look, I already tore this up. So,
And Mr. Beast.
student already shared their story. Time for recommendation, advice, and or stories that could inspire all of you. So, so this morning, I had a monk returning back to his state visiting me. The student who was driving was 20-year-old female, Vietnamese. And there were some things that I caught in the car multiple times while she was driving. And that is the impatience, recklessness, lack of anticipation, distraction. But today, I just kind of had it with this behavior after giving so many hints that something is unsettling inside of you that could potentially cause you to drive this way. Again, listening skills, very important. But then there'll be a time where I'm like, today we're just going to go direct. So I caught the student making a right turn at an intersection. And girl, I'd never seen somebody turn like it was a NASCAR driver by a 20-year-old who's only been here for less than a couple years in the United States. You got some audacity. You got some balls. You got some cojones, girl, coming to America under American law and making a turn like that. And wait till you hit Felicia.
Right.
Or Tom trying to cross with a cane that says that he's disabled or he blind. And so I was really nice about it. If you ever catch me in the car, this is how it goes. It goes something like this. Wow, that's one heck of a turn. Do you turn like this all the time? She said, yeah. So she doesn't even see it. Boom, number one. Little check mark on the box. Doesn't even see it. Then you help people realize by and through questioning. Remember I taught you that? Questioning. Don't be too direct because then they feel like it's an attack. But if you have a question, now you get an answer. You get your point across, but you also get an answer back that gives you insight on where to possibly lead into other things beneficially for them. So I go, now I just wanted to pretend, had there been a pedestrian that is walking in the intersection as you're making this very quick right sharp turn, did you think you could stop in time? No. And what happened if you hit somebody on this wonderful 7 a.m. morning in Florida on 22nd Avenue and 34th Street? Just looks blank in the face. So, but when I got in the car, the power of observations, you're learning a lot of things here. There was empty water bottles on the ground on the passenger seat where I'm sitting. The first thing I look at is how messy the car is. Now, mind you, my car is also messy. My car is the messiest out of all y'all. So I'm first to be guilty in that. But this is what the insight it gives. It tells me that a person is in a rush. They don't have enough time to clean their car, which is fine. I mean, that's 99% of Americans anyways. Right? But then you put the two together, right? Let's put the two behavior together. We got a messy car. And then we got a reckless driver who is not mindful, that's always in a rush. So clearly, she's in a rush. Then I just wanted to suspend the sharp right turn situation. And I just wanted to focus on the water bottles. And I asked, there's a lot of water bottles back here. Did you realize it was a little piling up? Yeah, because I just don't have time to clean it. You don't have time. Now do you see where I'm getting with this, with the two behaviors? Right. So something that I'll introduce you to is cognitive behavioral therapy. And we draw our conclusions, or not conclusion, but we draw from our evidence what we think is happening. Because I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I'm not a Buddha, right? And I don't know whether or not she is actually in a hurry, and I don't know what is unsettling. All the only evidence I have is at hand. So I help them see it. Okay. This probably help you with the dude with the Jesus thing, right?
Yeah.
Down the road, if you can try to make the analogy. But anyway, so I asked her a question that prompted a very deep emotional response. It was just silence. I asked her, so what is it in your life that is rushing you? And mind you, this is a very intelligent student who is in college that responds quite fairly quick on a daily basis. But for some reason, this struck a nerve where she says, I don't want to answer this right now. So I let a couple minutes pass by. I am also expecting an answer. With my level of frustration, I'm also expecting an answer quite fairly quickly so we can get on with this, because there's a lot to address, and we have a 25-minute car ride home. So eventually tears come down the face, and I was like, oh, here we go. 'Cause I already know what's going to happen. I already have prior information already too, right? Things that I knew that were unsettling, but I just don't know the depth of it. I see the surface level, but not the depth of it. So I'm like, oh, here we go. Once the tears start dropping, I'm like, I hit it. The doctor cut exactly where it needs to be cut. Don't cut at the wrong spot. Malpractice. Cut at the right spot. Now we're going to get to the tumor. And thus she revealed the tumor. And that was family expectations and from a Vietnamese cultural standpoint, which is so, and all this has a lot to do with you. When I share a story, it has a lot to do with the person at hand, not what had already happened.
It's not random, right?
So I told the student, I said, well, you're hearing a lot from other people. Other people are trying to control you. The other people's BS wants to form this in you, and now you have a sense of urgency at 20 years old, battling jobs, boyfriend, school, and now you're driving like this, and you don't even know that you're driving like this. So this is what's going to happen to you. What's going to happen is you're going to operate on this thing in your head that tells you, I'm always in a rush. You're probably going to hit Tom, Dick, or Harry very soon and get sued. Now you have another problem on top of the existing problem that you just told me in this car. See where I'm getting with this? More tear comes out. So I told her, again, 25-minute car ride. The last 7 minutes going to be recommendations, and I identify the problem for you, and here's the solution I think that you should take. And it is not an easy solution. It is a solution she's going to have to sit with for a minute. For a very good minute, when you touch cultural and Vietnamese boundaries and blah, blah, all the Vietnamese crap just rubs me the wrong way. When I got to counsel Vietnamese families, it's thick.
Yeah.
Because I understand it. I'm 100% Vietnamese. I ain't mixed with nothing. I ain't got black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese, purple in me.
Straight up
So,
Vietnamese.
right, and I have a bias against that. I have a bias and prejudice with our culture and the ignorance in our culture and what needs to be done to ensure one's peace. And I told her that I think you need to live a little bit more like an American and not be so wrapped up in cultural stuff. Now, of course, each counseling session is different, and I need to define it very clearly. I have to be very careful what I say, because what I say is like prescription medication. Instruction very carefully. It basically comes back to what you just said, be a little more selfish. Just appropriately a little bit more selfish and not like narcissism selfish. There's a big difference here. And I told her that, it seems like you need to probably take control in your life.
Or being more conservative with your time and your energy. So maybe
Right,
being more conservative.
Right. Yes. You need to go to part 2 because we're running out of time here on this one.